African Continental Free Trade Area officially kicked off on January 1st, 2021 in landmark agreement interconnecting African economies. So far, 54 nations have signed the agreement, and recently the Ethiopian Airlines, DHL, and the African Electronic Trade Group partnered to transport historical parcels to various African countries in line with the African Continental Free Trade Area. Talking to ETV, President of the Ethiopian Chamber of Commerce and Sectoral Association, Mlaku Zeze, said further activities are needed to raise the awareness of Ethiopians on the agreement.
እኛ ሀገር በመጀመሪያ ያለውን ፋይዳና ጠቀሜታ በጥናት አስመርኩዘን
In Ethiopia, we are trying to raise awareness of the business community based on research, as we do not believe the business community in Ethiopia has appropriate knowledge about African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Most products in Ethiopia are agriculture and service sector. These products have big share in the GDP. If we are implementing the platform of African Continental Free Trade Agreement, it can create huge opportunity. We can get better market, technology transfer, and foreign direct investment, among others. As business community, we have to exert our effort to increase our competence in the sector. I think further efforts are also needed to create competent business community to better compete with others at international level.
He added the implementation of the Continental Free Trade Area helps Ethiopia join border market accesses to other African countries. This calls for extra efforts to come up with more competitive industry sectors.
የሚፈጥርልን መልካም አጋጣሚ ከአፍሪካውያን ወንድሞቻችን ጋራ የሚኖረን ገበያ ይሰፋልናል።
The implementation of African Continental Free Trade Agreement helps us join better markets with other African brothers. With less logistic and transport costs, we can provide our product with fair price to other African countries. Previously, we focused on Asia, Europe and Middle East markets, but now we have to use competitive advantages by venturing into other African markets. In Ethiopia, we have surplus land, water, fishing, mining, as well as other natural resources. African countries highly demand these products. Apart from exporting such products, we have to maximize our effort for value addition in these products. We have to generate hard currency by developing the industry sector to ensure economic growth in our country. I think the government has prioritized to develop the industry sector. As a result, further activities are necessary to avoid some infrastructure facility bottlenecks in this sector.
In a related development, the Continental Free Trade Area Agreement will create the largest free trade area in the world measured by the number of countries participating. The pact also connects 1.3 billion people across 55 countries with a combined gross domestic product valued at $3.4 trillion. It has also the potential to lift 30 million people out of extreme poverty, but achieving its full potential will depend on putting in place significant policy reforms and reforestation measures. Talking to CGTN Africa, Group Executive Director of the Continental Free Trade Area in Ghana, Louis Yeo Full, said this is enough to kick off a commercially meaningful start.
Yes, initially 22 actually was needed to make the agreement come into force. And so back in 2020, May 2020, the agreement was in force after the 22nd country submitted the letters of ratification or the letters of instrument to the AUC. And so, yes, now beyond 22, we are good to go. And also it's important for us to understand that one of the most important things that we needed was the rules of origin. And the rules of origin is about 82% ready. And so to go with the current party states who are ready to trade, I think we're good to go.
He also talks about the financial payment system of the agreement tariff liberalization under the Continental Free Trade Area.
The certificates of origin must have a unique nature of AfTA, and this must be communicated to the custom authorities of various party states. That is in the process, but I don't think overwhelmingly that is fully ready. We also foresee a situation whereby we are going to look at the issues of certain existing agreements between, those who are non-state actors or non-state parties, like those you just said who have not yet fully become members. How are they going to trade with those who are state actors? Yes, there was a system whereby they were given a certain application form to fill. Right. In other words, if you are not a state party, you have to apply to be given a certain period to participate and to enjoy the tariff liberalization.
And finally, the Central African Republic President Faustin Archange Touadéra has been re-elected in the first round of the presidential vote on December 27 by securing more than 53% of votes in the first round, according to provisional results announced by the Electoral Commission on Monday. He won a majority with 53.92% of votes. Matthias Moraba, president of the National Election Authority, told a news conference in the capital, Bangui. However, the results must be officially validated by the Constitutional Court if there are possible appeals, as reported by African News and France 24.
Les populations n'ont pas besoin des armes pour le pouvoir. Nous avons tout temps souffert. Et aujourd'hui, vous-même, vous avez constaté, vous avez vu, il a fait de son mieux pour avancer le pays dans 5 ans.
Je suis quand même la jeunesse de la MLPC, mais si aujourd'hui le président Touadéra a gagné parce qu'il a mérité. C'est un homme qui a bataillé, il a vraiment bataillé. Et pour ce pays, moi je suis très reconnaissant pour...
Reminders of the headlines in this edition. Ethiopia reiterates commitment to amicably resolving border issues with neighboring Sudan.